For this video, travel back in time with me as I explore this old roadside tourist attraction, now known as Silver Spring State Park. Today, the weather was kind of a mixed bag, a little bit rainy, but I decided to take the chance and the weather held pretty well. So I drove down to Silver Spring State Park. It's been about 5 years since I've been here. I came when it first became a state park, and a lot of the attractions and sites were still closed down as they were restoring it and, making upgrades and additions. Previously, up to about 2013, this was actually independently operated as a Silver Springs nature theme park. It had quite a few rides and animals, and it was basically a zoo with several rides. They had an observation tower ride. They had obviously the glass bottom boats, which is still in operation today. They also had a Jeep safari ride, a carousel, smaller boats that you can rent, animal and bird shows, and it really was a fun little theme park. But after the financial meltdown around 2009-2010, they started losing money as a private theme park, and it was unsustainable. So the state took over and merged this former theme park into the existing Silver River State Park, which was next door, and now it's just a giant state-run facility, and it's quite nice. One of the things that I will say about Silver Spring State Park is it's a time capsule. It's like being transported back into the 1970s and 1980s and going to like the old Florida roadside tourist attractions that I grew up with. And most of those places are gone now. Like I remember going to Silver Springs as well as Cypress Gardens and quite a few of the other botanical garden type of attractions, and they pretty much all failed as at least private run tourist attractions. The same thing happened to Homosassa Springs. That was also a similar situation where it was privately run, and I believe that went out of business in the 70s, and that evolved into a state park as well. It's kind of neat to see that they're saving a lot of these older old Florida tourist attractions, because this definitely feels like I've been transported back to 1979, because that's the type of architecture of these buildings, and it's just, it's nice to see such a leisurely paced state park. I'm telling you, one of the nice parts about this place is I think Weeki Wachee is still my favorite state park of all time, but this is my favorite time capsule park, where it's got that old school vibe that I've been missing for so long, and I didn't really realize it until I came here, just how wonderful this place was. As a state park, the admission price dropped to $2 per person. If you want to ride the glass bottom boats, that's an additional $12. There are kayak rentals available. There are horse trails located to the east. There are campsites available on the west side of the park, as well as the sister attraction, the Silver River State Park and Museum, and that's also to the west side. One of the cool things that they've done since I've been here was they built a platform and boardwalk over the Sea Hunt dock, which is where they filmed the 1950s and 60s TV show starring Lloyd Bridges. And the other thing that they reopened was they built a new boardwalk to Ross Allen Island, which was the old zoo area. And there's an amphitheater and pavilions and stuff that you can rent out there. The bottom line is Silver Spring State Park is a wonderful attraction. It's probably one of the best maintained state parks I've been to in quite a while. Everything is beautiful out here and meticulously clean. I didn't see any garbage whatsoever, and that's pretty rare for Florida State Park. I usually see litter somewhere, and this place was just spotless. Absolutely beautiful. One thing that you should be aware of is right now they are doing a full renovation on the historical buildings right now, so food and gift shop and those type of things are all shut down as they put in a new ceiling. So they do have a food truck nearby that's parked near the front entrance, and that's about as good as it gets. But overall, this is a wonderful place to come to visit, and I highly recommend it.